So even with stocks near record highs, our next guest says there are plenty of names to buy. Peter Andersen's portfolio, Andersen Capital Management, was up 40% last year. He's here now with a couple of ideas to consider. Peter, welcome. What tops your list?
You know, Kelly, the first thing is a lot of people are talking about things being overvalued, and I think we have to just look back at this past year and say, throw out some of the metrics that we traditionally use just because it's been such an unusual year. That's the first thing I have to say. And then the second thing is, even with that, there are still some stocks out there that have not reached their 52-week high. I don't usually shop just because of that, but I know some of our viewers are looking at those kinds of valuations. So let me throw out some two pet names, for instance, Fresh Pet and Trupanion. These are two stocks, two companies that are catered to the animal care industry, and they are, in my opinion, recession-resistant, COVID-resistant, recovery-resistant, every kind of thing you can possibly put in there in terms of resistance. So those are two names that I think should be held for the long term. You also have a company called, we all know this, American Tower. I've talked about this before, but once again, our cell phones are never ending in the demands we put on them, and we will continue to put on great demands, more technology, and that's just fantastic for the bottom line of American Tower. And lastly, the trade desk, excuse me, that is a company that does digital advertising. It has been dinged because it's been kind of thrown in the same category as Snap, when Snap reported its earnings, saying that the whole issue with cookies and tracing user content, things like that. But if you look a little bit more deeply at the trade desk, you'll see that that is not an issue at all for them. They have a totally different audience.